Hello and welcome to ITV News West Country.
Thank you for your company. The headlines this Monday evening. More testing in our region's waters, but will it be safe to swim in it?
It means that all the beaches in Lyme Regis should be clear of sewage. We can put pressure on the Environment Agency. They will have to test it every week.
Good evening and welcome to the programme. First tonight, the environmental campaigners who have welcomed the new water quality checks that are going to be made in rivers and estuaries right across Devon, Somerset and Dorset.
The checks will be made at 8 wild swimming areas that have been created in our region. In the next few weeks, the Environment Agency will start monitoring for E. coli and other bacteria at these sites, as Richard Lawrence reports.
On one of the worst days of the year, weather-wise, for avid sea swimmers, there were smiles all round after years of campaigning. From now on, Churchcliffe Beach has been given bathing water status, meaning its water quality will be monitored throughout the summer.
Oh, absolutely thrilled. We have worked so hard over the last year to try and get this beach redesignated. There's an awful lot of work by the River Limb Action Group, the Lyme Regis Blue Tits, and all of the lovely swimmers and the local people of Lyme Regis who treasure this beautiful little beach. So it means a huge amount. We are so excited.
The beach is at the mouth of the River Limb, which last year was declared ecologically dead by environmental campaigners. Figures from the Environment Agency showed that untreated sewage had been released for 1,300 hours into the river in 2023. Swimmers and bathers should now be able to know when it's safe to enter the water.
We need to know what we're swimming in. It's really good news that it's going to be monitored now. We know what we're swimming in. It gives an opportunity to clean the beaches up. The water should be safe for us all to swim in. So for me, it's great news.
It'll just be great. It means that everyone's safer. And it means that animals can, the dogs run on the beach as well. It means that they can get in the sea. They're not going to go down with anything either. It's just a wonderful result.
Churchcliffe Beach is one of 8 new designated bathing waters in the region that include French Weir Park in Taunton and a number of sites in South Devon from Mothercombe to the River Dart, an area that has become a mecca for wild swimmers, including Steamer Quay at Totnes, Stoke Gabriel and Dittisham, and other sites towards the estuary. Before today's announcement, campaigners at Lyme Regis assembled for a celebration.
We can put pressure on the Environment Agency. They will have to test it every week, which means that we can then feed back to South West Water if they're not cleaning up the Limb. And we're going to have clean waters to swim in Lyme Regis.
Oh, that's great news. Brilliant. It can only be something good for the town, good for swimmers, definitely good for business.
River and sea pollution has already become a political issue that could feature in the general election. Richard Lawrence, ITV News, Lyme Regis.
Let's talk a little bit more about this and go to Westminster and join our political correspondent Lucy McDade. Lucy, we heard that there's going to be more testing taking place, but is there actually any guarantee that the water's going to be safe to swim in?
In short, Seb, no, not at the moment, at least for the short term. Yes, as Richard said in his report, testing will take place through the summer months until September. The government has said today that it wants to look at expanding that period. But the reality here is that rivers especially are still being polluted with sewage. And today's announcement doesn't change that. It's been a bittersweet announcement. It has been welcomed by, as you can see in Richard's package, a lot of people, but also Labour and the Liberal Democrats especially are saying the government still isn't doing enough.
And obviously we want to encourage more people to go out and be able to have access to our countryside. And I visited Farley Hungerford just last week, and it's a really amazing site. It was founded in 1933, probably one of the oldest river bathing sites in the country. And we should be protecting them, and we should be encouraging people to go in and swim in our rivers, but not if it's going to make people sick.
Yeah, Lucy, do you think this is going to be a big issue come the general election, whenever that is?
Yes, absolutely, Alex, and that's because you can see just how engaged people are with this issue, just how angry it makes them. It's no coincidence today that the government has made this announcement in a year that we expect a general election. Both Labour and the Liberal Democrats, they over the past few months, past year, have been attacking the government on its approach to tackling water quality and monitoring the progress of water companies. The government too has been making a series of announcements. We know that the NHS, the cost of living, crime will be huge election issues, but we shouldn't understate just how big an issue this one will be too.
OK, Lucy, always good to hear from you. Thank you very much.